What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another late night in the BrewLab with me, Lone Fox, your brewmaster in chief. And tonight in the BrewLab, I am coming at you with a little bonus brew. I skipped one on the weekend. I wasn't supposed to record tonight, but I couldn't help myself. This deck is just feeling so freaking ridiculous. And before everybody else jumps on it, I've already seen a few other content creators put out their versions, but I bumped into this deck on the ladder a couple of times, and I just sort of figured it out, the two key cards that needed to be in it, and then I just sort of created my own shell around that idea. And then I went and had a look at some of the other content creators that I saw who already put up a version of this, and maybe stole a couple of ideas from them in terms of mana and things like that, and it's just been humming along phenomenally. I think I'm sitting on 8 for 3 right now with the deck, so hopefully no streamer's curse, as we all know and love, but hopefully we'll get a good more couple of sweet victories. The deck is of course got a couple of like big enemies. There's a few cards that will just complete, you might as well just concede, but not every deck is running those cards, and it's actually the majority aren't. So you win most of the games by about turn 4. So without further ado, let's jump into tonight's brew. And of course, I'm talking about Sultai Reanimator with the Squirming card, as the name might suggest, but it's a combination of two cards that really ended up pushing this to the next level, and it's the Founding of the Third Path, this read-ahead saga from way back in Dominaria. And like initially, I mean, I've seen it here and there every now and again in like Dimir Mill type decks, but now it's just perfect. There's so many different play patterns, I might just get a little bit lost trying to go over them all, but usually you try to hold a hand that has like at least an Otherworldly Gaze and Founding the Third Path in the same hand, and then you're pretty much just done. The amount of descending that we do and how quickly it happens is just, and the deck is really amazing at having very low number of non-permanents, so that pretty much every time you do one of the many things we can do to either mill or surveil or descend, it's going to actually add more permanents than non-permanents. And the risk with this type of deck that I've found in the past is that you end up milling the few non-permanents that you do need in your deck, like removal and whatnot, and then it's in the graveyard, and your whole deck is usually built about reanimating or getting back the permanents, but you have no real way of getting back the non-permanents. But now, between a combination of the adventure side of Picklock Prankster, Free the Fae, and the third chapter of Founding the Third Path, you don't care as much about milling your own non-permanents, because you have chances to get them back and cast them from the graveyard. And that really helps, because we get to run a really nice new black sweeper. Unfortunately only really works in a deck like this. I've tried it in other shells that descend a little less, and like on turn 4 it's just not doing enough -X-ing. But in this deck, like if you just curve out and you're facing like really aggressive thing, instead of reanimating a Titan of Industry, as you definitely can at that point with Squirming Emergence, you might want to hold back and use the third chapter of Founding the Third Path to get back a Terratide and zap the opponent, sweep the board. But yeah, actually that can only happen on turn 5, now that I think about it. Because you still haven't, the trigger happens and you haven't yet had a chance to play your 4th land. Interesting. But anyway, I've done it before, like in the later part of the game, where you just need to get that sweeper that's in your graveyard, and instead of using the third chapter to use your Squirming Emergence again or whatever else, you just go and grab Terratide, and it's just, at that point it's usually like -14, and yes, it'll probably kill your Titan and your Atraxa and your Etali, but It's okay. We have Portal to Phyrexia and Virtue of Persistence, a total of 5 different things that can bring our big important creatures back from the graveyard over and over again. And yeah, so I don't think I need to talk much further. I think the best thing to do is just to show you how quick, like how often on turn 3 we bring in back Titans, we bring in back Portals. No, the 9 drops turn 3, no, but definitely I've done Titan, Atraxa, or Etali on turn 3 many games in a row. So it's time to just show you. Stick around to the end. I've got some stats. They're looking good. Couple of different versions. You could definitely go so many different ways in terms of what you're trying to reanimate, but you know, Atraxa, Etali. Okay, so we've got the Gaze. I think that's pretty much all we need. Second copy of Gaze. Rakdos. Probably also reanimating things. Do we need lands? We've got 3 already. I think we'll need 1. Okay. Then we can cast our Terratide or whatever, you know, 4 is good. Now hopefully, and I'll hold it up to do it during the opponent's turn, but hopefully Free the Fae will mill one of our Squirming Emergences and put it back into our hand. Ooh. Ooh. Ouch. Boros is also scary. I've got this deck. Oh, this is actually Rakdos. Sorry, I got a Boros version of this. I wonder if he's using Lich Knight's Conquest and sacking these, or just you know, Cruelty of Gix. Yeah. So I think the best thing we can do here is Gaze. Now we can go for the full 3 on the Wail. So let's bounce this. He probably kind of wants to discard, but whatevs. If we can stop that from transforming, better. The mana base has no Field of Ruins. Sultai was a little bit tough to like. Now we've got Descend 10. So any top deck Squirming Emergence, or one we can find with our many ways of doing so, would just be able to right now already reanimate. Probably one with a Multiverse, because then I can free cast Atraxa from my hand. This card is bonkers, mate. It's been so long since. There we go. Okay, so he's going for this. So probably Etali. No. Okay. Reanimated deck versus reanimated deck. And mine didn't quite... Ooh. Okay. We just go for it now? I think so. Portal. Now they're squirming. Submit 4. Play land. Bam. It's ridiculous. So he's got Etali, but he can also take from us. So I think... Yeah. I mean, we've got the portal, so it just keeps coming. Whereas I think he's probably only just running like full play set of these. The haste here. We also always got a little bit watch our own deck size. We don't mill ourselves, but we're definitely gonna target ourselves now for another 4. Still didn't have the reanimation spell. Like, I thought it was maybe gonna be the Lich Knight's Conquest. I tried a... Oof. Okay. 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 Maybe a bit of both. Oh my goodness, why didn't I see it? I'm so silly. Let's get back the Titan and destroy his Cruelty of Kicks. And then I'll just free cast the portal, because why not? Start stealing his Etalis. Oh, I was a little worried there, but then I remembered about the Titan. Ridiculous card. It just has seen less play lately because, you know, Atraxa, Etali, but like the destroy target artifact or enchantment and the game 5 life one have been really nice. It's been a while since I played with old Titan here. Okie doke, game 1. Nice. Pardon me. Stay hydrated, folks. H2O is good. Folks. Was it like Obama was always into that word a lot. Call everybody folks. It's doable. There's a workaround. Beg your pardon. Work call. Done. So we're going to start with the tap land so we can play Founding on 2. Oh, okay, okay. No black, eh? So we're still going to go with the tap land. Might end up getting to actually use Otawara sometimes. It happens. We need a black source for the Founding. So I'm going to go bam. Then I'm going to cast Wail of Forgotten off of the... Bam. And do some descending. And keep the black source. It's kind of looking amazing, honestly. And the next chapter hits, I mill myself 4 more. I'm already on Descend 5 on turn 2. Now, the nice thing is I can go Black Source, discard a card to kill. Didn't touch upon this removal spell. It's kind of amazing in this list because you want to be discarding anyway. And now this Otherworldly Gaze will definitely get us to the required amount to bring back, like, probably Portal. There we go. Done. Now, I guess I'm going to probably just decline this. Oh no, I can recast this one because I've still got a blue source here, so yeah, I'll grab another one of those for next turn. Thank you. Portal. And now we just start bringing back Titans and Etalis and stuff, like on turn 5. Like, just bomb, bomb. I mean, this list that he's playing, John, like, it could have Terrace under for sure. But we've got another copy of old Squirmer here on the top of the deck. And now we're just going to snag, like, probably go for Atraxa because of the, you know, card refilling side of things. I mean, it's a little bit disgusting. I don't know, like... Oh, and, you know, I touched upon these cards briefly in the introduction. That would just completely ruin the game plan. I think we all know what they are. I at one point came across an opponent that was actually playing the freaking... what's it called? The wand... 1 mana artifact that exiles whole graveyards. Of course, Farewell... Damn card, cannot stand it. And like you know, any other kind of mass kind of graveyard hate, stuff like Graveyard Trespass or whatnot is obviously annoying, but it's not game ending. But something like you know, you finally built up like a nice juicy graveyard with which to play with, and then they just Farewell, exile whole graveyard. Okay, concede, on to the next one. But not every deck runs Farewell, thank goodness. So as you can see, most of the other shenanigans people are trying, like, feels pretty unbeatable. And the different sort of things that you can bring back in response to different matchups. See, now this is a mulligan. PDZ 081317. That is definitely a mulligan, because we have none of the cards I mentioned. The Gaze, the Path. These things we want to be in our library so that we can mill them, not in our hand. The only real thing we have of discarding from our hand is the Bitter Triumph, the removal, but there's only 2 of those in the deck, so probably best to always mulligan this type of a hand. Opponent. Aha! There we go. That's, it's not super better, but it's better. So keep and discard. Put to bottom. Okay. Okay, we need to get to Terra Tide ASAP, basically, so we just go straight for the mill ourselves. We've got no... although... No. We need the full 4 mana here. So now we're already doing -4/-4. And we can recast... No, it doesn't count the... Okay. I think I'm just gonna hold up Bitter Triumph. And discard... probably the Underground River. Oh. And if he has a save spell, then sweet as. Okay. That's not great, gotta say. Painful. And like, we're already on 5. That kind of deck plays hasty creatures. You don't have anything amazing to bring back yet. Sometimes you're kind of forced into bringing back the Founding to just kind of keep going. Yes. Okay. I've seen the light. It's gonna be very difficult. Because it's down to 1 next turn. So I don't know. I think we're probably dead, but maybe. Nice. Well played. Naya aggro, I think, is still really strong, and like I don't like how he did it, but there's a brew incoming. I've been a huge lover of Naya humans for a long time, and now with the Cavern of Lost Souls, and there's so many cool new humans, I had to try again. A Nimpakal with, oh my goodness, the 3 mana, oh my goodness, Gruul guy that whenever a creature that entered the battlefield this turn hits, you draw a card. That with a Nimpakal is just like the most ridiculous card draw engine. I can't wait to show you guys. Stay tuned. What is the name of that guy? Something with a K. Clyde Frog. Nope. Yes. Perfection, I would say. Really doesn't get much better than that. Aha! Some pirates. R. Let's see if we can beat pirates. Go, go. I think I might even put you down there. Honestly. Nothing of good yet. So in that case, we just recast Otherworldly Gaze. And these monstrous rage decks are just like really... There we go. Yes, yes, yes. Ready to rumble. Now the only question is, does he play counterspells? Wow, this is some weird thing. But I guess it's portal time. Just straight up portal this dude's ass. Imagine he's got Spell Pierce. No Spell Pierce. Bye. Now it's just Etali time. Some interesting shenanigans. Aha. Hi. No. Oops. Whatever. Yeah. I mean, it's... I think it's a little bit just disgusting. Like, there's some of these cards from this Ixalan set. I don't know if any of you, you know, because I've obviously create content. I love this game. I spend a lot of time on all sorts of platforms keeping up to date with all of the various news, especially for the formats that interest me. But, you know, sometimes stuff from other formats leaks in when you're on Twitter. And, you know, also watching other people, you know, channels that do make Explorer content and historic content. This freaking Cascade deck that's in Explorer right now. Discover Cascade, whatever you want to call it. That's like turn 3, go off with the treasure from one of those spells from, you know, I mean, just wow, from Strixhaven. Super busted. I think there's a ban announcement like very, very soon, and I can't wait to see what happens. But this Squirming Emergence, like 3 mana, and like just bring back something on turn 3 that's like a 9 drop. It's not completely unbeatable, as you saw, but it feels ridiculous. And I don't feel we need to play another match. I think that's enough. I think you all saw how to set it up in the most optimal way with the Otherworldly Gaze and the Path. Yeah, that's going to be it. I think it's time to just jump into a quick bit of stats for you guys so that you can see how it's holding up. I've seen them already. I just need to get the OBS here to cooperate. 11 for 4, 73%, 80% on the draw, which I love. No different versions. There's just one deck. You know, I just put it together one time. You know, I did other versions and I deleted them. This is what the final one, and then I took it on the ladder and I busted out an 11 for 4. Let me make it visible for you guys here. Of course, you can always find all of this information in the video description. And yeah, as far as, you know, edits or, you know, final thoughts on the actual cards that I went for, or alternatives, maybe it's a little bit light on removal. Maybe we could fit in one more bit of Triumph or something just more classic, like a, you know, go for the throat. But again, it hasn't felt necessary, and this Terror Tide being able to sweep like that often is enough. And don't forget, we do have the Lochthwain Scorn here as a 3 of. So it's honestly been just fine when you put it all together. Let me know what you think. Sound off down there in the comments. How would you have built it? Have you seen a similar list like this? I'm busy working on a Jund one, also featuring Squirming Emergence, and another card that everybody's forgotten completely about that just works perfectly with it, so stay tuned for that. But that is going to be it for this video, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I will be seeing you all in the next one with another fresh brew. And until then, this is Lone Fox from the BrewLab, signing out. Peace, y'all. Woo!